Hi, my name is Venuri and I'm from Sri Lanka. I am now in my 6th year, 11th semester, and I am a TMA student. So when I was younger, my brother had very severe asthma, and there was one night where he had a really bad asthma attack and he couldn't breathe and his inhaler wasn't helpful. So it was just me and my mom at home, so we had to carry him down the road to get a taxi in the middle of the night. And we were so scared. I was really scared for him. And when we got to the nearest clinic, the way that doctor helped him with the nebulizer, but also reassuring him, but also us, it just always hit me, and I knew I wanted to be in this field. But it wasn't until I actually came here that's when it was confirmed to me, this is what I want to do with my life. And that was through TMA's influence. I picked TMA because, to be fair, when I was in Sri Lanka and I was applying for universities, I didn't know much about TMA. And what I did know was that it's a private university, and it's a small university, which meant that there's fewer students than like a large-scale university. And I really liked it because that meant that there's more attention to individual students. And that was something that I really liked. And honestly, after I came here, that's true, that there is actually attention to each student and there's space for everyone. When I started medicine, I was in the COVID batch, so our first semester was online, and because of that, there wasn't really much interaction. But with what they could do, TMA really tried to make us feel welcomed. But when I physically got here, I had already been accustomed to the people, but everyone still was very warm and inviting, and I just felt at home. Being here, away from family, it can be quite isolating. It's pretty lonely, especially being Sri Lankan. There's not many Sri Lankans around this area yet. Hopefully that changes. It was so good to have people who are going through the same thing, who are away from their family, and I really connected with a lot of peers, and they've become some of my best friends. I really can't imagine life without them, just sharing my culture and learning about their culture. And those kind of relationships are so nurturing, and I really value that. The clinical exposure given to the last 3 years from any university is pretty standard, but TMA has given opportunity to gain more exposure, and that's through, for example, exchange programs. And I personally went to Turkey. I did a clinical internship in the summer, and that was so valuable to me. It really showed my gaps in knowledge, what I need to improve, and that I wouldn't have without TMA's help. So. The first time we had a clinical subject, it was in 6th semester, and the doctor made us change into scrubs, and he showed us around the hospital. That was one, yeah. I think this is a very sensitive topic because it has made such a big impact, not just in my education, but in my personal life, in terms of my character and what I value in terms of principles. I've had the opportunity to intern in 2 public health organizations, and that was also through TMA. It's Dr. Mariam Joshi. She is in the advisory board, and she has changed the way I look at public health. It's through clinical internships and through my public health internships. Also, I tutored, and it really helped with public speaking. And everyone is so supportive and inviting. They want you to speak up. And TMA gives you that space to voice out your opinion and kind of make your own character, and they guide you through that. Check if the university is a good fit for you, and make sure that they're accredited, and if you want to move to another country, is it accepted in other countries? Really know the path you want to go into. But other than that, just don't be scared to reach out and get help. I think evolving from both sides. I'm so different now from who I was before, and that is really because of the exposure I've had, the people I've seen and met here and spoken to, but also from TMA side, every semester it gets harder and it's hard because the standards get higher, and TMA really tries to stay up to date with the most updated and newest guidelines and recommendations on how to deliver education. That's why it's hard. So TMA evolves, and I've been evolving too.